The following video was a request by the Logo Kid.
After a while following a requested video crisis from 2020, it seems that the requested videos are back on. However, don't try to requested videos in the comments section like TV airings of a show on a fan-made TV brand network, as someone was about to strike down the creator of this video for simply borrowing their video, even when the creator gave credit for the video. Let's get on with the video.
There have been many disappearances of TV channels, especially when it comes to kids' TV channels. Stuff like Noggin, which already shut down last year, alongside with the discontinuation of Universal Kids and HBO Kids, are little without a doubt that has to earn these particular honors to being discontinued. May they rest in peace and God bless their souls. However, we're going to be focusing on a non-TV brand, on a non-children's brand that nobody actually never heard of, or actually heard of. Merit TV. Requested by the Logo Kid, as what Grover mentioned. Thank you very much. Merit TV is an American digital multi-television network and streaming service, and it's based in Fort Worth, Texas, based company, founded by somebody you might heard of, Dr. Phil. Unfortunately, throughout right now, we need to talk about what is going on with Merit TV and talk about the history. Let's start what Merit TV is all about. Merit TV, formerly known as Merit Street, is an American digital multicast television network and streaming service owned by Merit Street Media, a Fort Worth, Texas-based company founded by Dr. Phil McGraw. As a joint venture between TBN, or the Trinity Broadcasting Network, and McGraw's Pete Productions, the channel primarily carries news discussions, talk shows, and true crime programming. As of January 2025, the channel is currently available through digital over-the-air television, Samsung TV Plus, and cable and satellite television services. Let's start the history. Dr. Phil had previously hosted a syndicated talk show, Dr. Phil, with the Oprah Winfrey Network's Harpo Productions and CBS Media Ventures. In January of 2023, CBS Media Ventures announced that the show would end after its 21st season in 2023. In November 2023, McGraw announced a new Fort Worth, Texas-based production company unit known as Merit Street Media, and a television venture of the same name that planned to launch in February of 2024. Its name is derived from the concept of a meritocracy. The network was slated to feature a continuation of its talk show known as Dr. Phil Primetime. McGraw explained that, "I absolutely love talking to real people about real problems. People who aren't just complaining, but are actively looking for real solutions to better their lives." And it spoke of American families and our core values being under attack. McGraw named Joel Chewood, an executive known for the pioneering of a popular and heavily imitated tabloid news format at WSVN Miami, developing Glenn Beck's talk show for Fox News, and overseeing Beck's GBTV The Blaze at its inception as Merit's first chief operating officer. A number of staff members from the Dr. Phil show were relocated to Texas to join the new network. The following month, McGraw announced plans for distribution via linear television and streaming platforms, and that he had commitments already exceeding 65 million television homes. Among these distribution agreements was a partnership with the Trinity Broadcast Network, or TBN. Despite the TBN agreement, McGraw stated that Merit Street's programming would not be faith-based. The TBN partnership gave the broadcaster a control equity stake in Merit Street Media in exchange for a commitment to provide national distribution and access to production resources for its programming. In February of 2024, Nancy Grace joined the network to host a true crime program. Then, in March 2024, Steve Harvey acquired an equality stake in the network with plans to develop talent and programming for Merit Street. Chris Harrison also joined the network under an overall deal with plans to produce a show with his wife and create and host a reality dating show. Merit Street was launched after April Fool's Day 2024, April 2nd. In August 2024, Merit Street Media had laid off approximately 40 employees, representing 30% of its workforce, as part of the ongoing consolidations of departments and roles. Seriously, a month after a few months of release, Merit Street Media faced layoffs. Get real. Largely attributed to Texas being a right-to-work state. Many of the employees were fired without a reason or severance package. Cheatwood announced the network's producers and support staff would collaborate for future programming moving forward. Seriously? Many employees were fired without a reason? Really, right now? That is definitely not a good moment. So we're off to a great start. Former Tennis Channel CEO Ken Solomon serves on the board of Merit Street Media as an advisor in September 2024. It was reported that he had been fired from Tennis Channel by its owner, Sinclair Broadcast Group, to mean that his involvement in Merit Street had become a growing distraction. Then in February of 2025, Merit Street Media announced a partnership with Miracle Channel, who owns MCA Media Group, to launch a Canadian version of the channel titled Merit TV Canada. Then not too long after, on July 2nd, 2025, after July 2nd, Merit Street Media filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, similar to how 4Kids Entertainment had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Because the company listed assets and liabilities between $100 million and $500 million. It also filed a lawsuit against TBN for breach of contract, abusing the broadcaster of failing to provide clearly agreed upon natural distribution and other significant foundation commitments, and abusing its power as a controlling shareholder to own its interests and those of its CEO, Matthew Crouch, while causing Merit Street to assume responsibility of TBN's obligations under the joint venture agreement and otherwise enrich himself at Merit Street's expense. At this time, Merit TV suspended the production of first-run programming with reruns of existing series, continuing to air for the time being. On July 14th, McGraw announced that he would form another new Dallas-based venture known as Envoy Media, which would focus on delivering live, balanced news, original entertainment programming, and immersive viewer experiences through both traditional and emerging technologies. It is expected to feature content from himself and Steve Harvey, as well as citizen journalism features. Like what Dr. Phil just said, stated that Merit TV would focus on the news and true crime programming, but at launch, the channel's original series included the morning show, Morning on Merit Street, The News on Merit Street, Crime Stories with Nancy Grace, and Flagship, Dr. Phil Primetime, a continuation of McGraw's syndicated talk show. The network acquired the rights to Professional Bull Riders, or PBR, events under a 4-year agreement between beginning in July of 2024, including Unleash the Beast series and PBR Team Series events not televised by CBS Sports, largely replacing the package previously held by CBS Sports Network. The coverage that included a studio show, PBR Now. Merit Street stated that it would carry a total of 300 hours of PBR-related programming per year. The programming accounted for a majority share stake of Merit Street's audience, with the company stating that it had attracted 2.4 million unique viewers to the channel and 31% of its total viewer base. However, it was been stated that on November 14th, 2024, PBR announced that it had terminated the contract, moving the carriage to the PBR apps. That's YouTube and Pluto TV, amid disputes with the network, which had withheld rights fees. Merit Street Media stated that it had agreed to work out its differences with PBR in a confidential proceeding which is ongoing, and was astonished by the decision to pull its programming. Yikes. Double yikes. This is about it with part of the programming. But what about the affiliates? The list of Merit Street's affiliates, which later been rebranded as Merit TV, here are the affiliates that we had to know about. WTJP, WMPV, WMCF, KPAZ, KAZT, KTBN, KOFY, KPJR, WHFT, WHLV, the list can go on. Why I have not heard of this network, you may ask? Well, honestly, I don't have it, as I ditched cable. And also, to be fair, I don't really know about this channel at this point. To be honest with you guys, I wasn't notified that another channel launched this decade. Seriously? Another channel that launched last year? Seriously, that was quite odd. I mean, it is kind of odd, but what's more important is that it is on digital over-the-air television, along on Samsung TV Plus and cable satellite television services, though. So who knew? So as of right now, what remains of it today? Well, I looked at its website though. The bad news is I ditched cable, but there's news that you are able to watch free on Merit TV. And I'm looking at all the shows. Dr. Phil Primetime, through the drama with Chris and Lauren. TCL, Team Box League, the news on Merit TV Morning Edition. That's just about it. Although I do think they need to ante up some acquired programming though, because honestly, you could tell that it needs more variety, and the programming may get repetitive after a while. But if we're all talking about Merit TV, then what went wrong with it? Behind the scenes, there were a lot of problems here and there. Merit Street Media filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection alongside with certain employees getting fired. You can really tell that much of the employees over at Merit Street Media have been laid off, which is very unacceptable. Seriously, the employees getting fired and getting laid off will become its main talking point. After the launch of Merit Street Media laid off approximately 40 employees, representing 38% of their workforce, as part of the ongoing consolidations of department and roles. And with unknown reasons or severance package, many of the employees were fired for no reason whatsoever. Seriously, right now? I mean, seriously? After launching the channel, you're laying off 40 employees. 40 freaking employees. That is definitely what on earth are you doing? You idiots. Very, very unacceptable. I'm not. Yeah, don't try and pull off don't try and pull off any excuses. I know it's just for the business, but honestly, the business excuse, yeah, not buying this. I mean, I just cannot believe it. I mean, what were the intentions on firing them for no reason? I mean, there has to be a reason why. So, yeah, that's the only question. There has to be a reason why that the employees get fired for no reason whatsoever. That is just a very stupid decision. Very dumb decision. And very dumb. Sorry. Very dumb. What do I think of Merit TV? Well, since it's the first time I know about it when I looked on the Wikipedia page, I'm honestly I wouldn't be interested in regardless because for one, I'm not really into talk shows and such. I'm more into the kids and family sides, as that's what I'm swinging into. But I have to give Merit TV something. At least they do have Dr. Phil primetime. I usually remember. My grandma used to watch CBS 3 in Philadelphia, and I remember she used to watch The Talk and Dr. Phil on CBS 3. I had some little memories with seeing Dr. Phil. So that's one thing. That's the only redeeming factor of it. Overall, while Merit TV may be solid for everyone, what happened behind the scenes after its launch was a very dumb decision. So what went wrong is that the bankruptcy and the layoffs, they're the major flaws in this case. Therefore, moving forward, I really hope for Merit Street Media to not do this again, or else they might be facing numerous backlashes surrounding what happened last year. Thank you very much. In conclusion, while I don't know about Merit TV, as well as everyone else does, why is it not so? Why do I not know about it? I don't have it. Also, just like Kubo, it's not widely known. It's not really well known because it's only affiliated with a few stations. Many other cities which other affiliates and such has it, like New York and Albuquerque and Dallas Fort Worth, which is still operating. The Philadelphia, which is my hometown, and other cities that don't have it are not in Merit TV territory. And at the fact that there is a streaming service, though, however, it needs to stretch out to more affiliates in the end. So honestly, I don't know. So I don't know where is it going for. In fact, Merit Street TV really needs to ante up on trying to stretch out throughout the rest of the United States. I would like again, this video was requested by the Logo Kid. And like what the beginning of the video had mentioned, that I will be able to accept TV requests. I will be able to accept requests again. After just 5 years, after just 5 years of going on this no more requesting hiatus. If you do not know, I made a video all about why don't we take requests anymore, because I did mention that in January 2020, Calvin 242 Productions, later who became a pedophile, and threatened to show his is what it is you don't want to know about on a Discord server. He requested me to do Go Animate Law on WPRG TV. Although shortly after I released that video, Kevin Fan Animations said he's going to strike me down, even when I gave him credit, as he claimed that I downloaded the video and then slapped the logo on it with a video editor. Seriously? Seriously right now? I still ain't gonna forget. I still cannot believe Kevin Fan Animations threatened to strike me down over a damn video. I have never felt so disrespected in my life. Seriously, I cross promoted your YouTube channel. You're just gonna hurt someone's YouTube channel over cross promoting your channel. To me, this is one of the dumbest moves I have ever seen and heard about. Every time I keep revisiting one of my videos, I just wanted to know what the hell would one of the users would say if I were to not learn from one of my mistakes. At least I'm still trying to learn from that mistake, as I believe I'm going to forgive myself for what I done was very bad. See, now you guys see why I keep deleting requests? Now do you guys see the reason why? Now you guys see the reason why I don't accept requests is because I need to learn from what I done was terrible and harmful. Even when somebody else keeps sending me requests, I still haven't learned my lesson. But right now I have to learn my lesson because it's been 5 years since the last request I did. And even when I broke that promise, I still haven't learned nothing. But finally, right now, the Logo Kid requested me to do a video about what went wrong with Merit TV, and honestly, this is a good enough request from me. And as right now I'm taking a break from playing online on my PS5, so that means this video is now out right now. Topic wise, that's just about it with this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Were you excited for Merit TV when it first launched? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.